Walking the Earth, the moon has now receded, but would still appear 12 times larger in the night sky than it does today. A day on Earth is now 14.7 hours long. 200-foot tides are washing 75 miles in and out across this coastline, 2 and 3 times a day for the next 8 million years, scouring the top of that plateau flat. All that yellow sand from Phoenix to Death Valley and halfway to San Diego is ground up bits of dinosaur bone, limestone, and sandstone washed out of this ancient coastline. 80 million years back, Pacific Plate crushed into the west coast, pushed up the Rocky Mountains that we know today. When it couldn't go any further, it slipped underneath, creating the San Andreas Fault, giving birth, trapping a large lava dome which slowly cooled into granite. We know this as Yosemite. As the Pacific Plate shoved underneath the west coast, these mountains will scrape material off the top like a bulldozer, causing that plate to bulge up and rise out of the ocean, giving birth to California, Oregon, Washington, and points north. Like a wedge shoving into the country, we got pushed 7,000 feet straight up in the air. And that's why we have seashells and coral 6,000 feet above sea level. This was the west coast underwater 80 million years ago. When the plateau lifted, it cracked the bedrock. 6 million years ago, magma squeezed up through the cracks, flooding the top of the plateau with a layer of lava. Way off in the distance, at the very top, is a charcoal gray layer of rock, 300 feet thick. That's all basalt, that's all lava rock up there. The trees growing above it are 120-foot tall ponderosa pines, tall as a 12-story building. That's 7 miles away and 7,000 feet elevation. Those trees are huge, guys. Cliff face you're looking at right now, started 40 miles out, has been eroding at the rate of a foot every 625 years on average back to what we see today. And this is what the scientists say created what you're seeing here. Now, it's very difficult for a human to wrap their minds around the concept of geologic time given our limited perspectives. So here's a time scale that makes it a bit more understandable. If you put the entire existence of the Earth on a 24-hour timeline, the moon formed 6 minutes into that 24-hour day. At 1:30 in the afternoon, the Earth cooled enough for a crust to form on its surface. Meanwhile, comets have been bombarding the Earth. Comets made of ice. Water was added to our planet. At 7:30 in the evening, rains began to fall. Oceans began to fill. At 9 in the evening, the first multicelled creatures appeared on Earth. 11 p.m., dinosaurs walked the Earth. 11:45, 15 minutes to midnight, the first primates appeared. And 2.5 seconds ago, we invented fire. 80,000 years of human ingenuity. 2.5 seconds on a 24-hour scale. We have been here. How long, guys?